Hey there everyone, welcome to Violet's Dream Tarot. I really hope that all of you are comfy and cozy and safe and well wherever you are in the world watching this. We seem to be reaching people in every corner of the world, and it's really amazing to have you all joining me today. This is going to be your April love predictions. So I did the general April predictions, and I'm going to put the link to that in the description box if you haven't seen that. But this is focusing on love specifically because I think it's best to keep the two separate, because some people like a really detailed thing that focuses just on love as their prediction, and then some people don't want to have a love reading at all, and that is totally fine. They just want to see what their predictions are in general. So there's going to be cards, charms, dice, channeled messages in this reading. It's going to be a big reading, and we're picking gnomes as well today. But before we get into the readings, I just want to say a quick note about booking a private reading with me. I'm still offering this service, and I want to continue being able to offer private readings to you. That is something that I definitely still want to do. However, due to demand, I am now changing it from a 1-day response service to a 2 to 3 day service. So if you book a reading with me, you will get your reading within 3 days. It'll probably still be within 24 hours, to be honest, but this is just to give me some time. I don't want to disappoint anyone because of the demand I've been getting every day now. From kind of morning until early afternoon, I'm just sitting for several hours doing readings for people, and hope you can appreciate that's a big demand on my time and on my energy as well, because this is not full time for me. I have other deadlines and commitments that I need to meet outside of this, and I still want to offer this service to you, so I'm just extending the time period that I give myself to get back to you. Also, please help me out here. If you are booking a reading with me, when you buy the reading, there will be a comment box for you to put your notes in there. Please remember to put your email address in there and your question, along with the names of anyone involved. It doesn't have to be their full name, just as long as their first names are there. Please include that. I would say that 50% of the people who book a reading with me forget to leave their email address. And it is so much extra work for me to try and chase you up, especially if you don't reply to that message. It just delays you getting your reading, and it makes the process longer for me as well. So to help streamline this service and get your reading to you more quickly, please remember to leave your email address and the necessary details in the note or in a message to me as soon as you've bought the reading. Secondly, I'd also like to say, I don't generally send you a message when you book a reading with me. I see it, so don't worry if you've bought a reading with me, I've seen it. It comes up as, a notification in my emails. I have seen it. I will get on with it quietly and get it to you as soon as possible. But I don't generally reply unless there's something unclear in your question or you've missed something out. So please, there's no need to email me. Some people are emailing within a few hours asking why I haven't done their reading yet and wanting to know when they're going to get their reading. I will get it done. I just don't see the need to reply to your question when I'm going to do the reading for you. So if you're someone who's really anxious and is going to be sending me panicky messages within 24 hours asking why you haven't got your reading, don't worry, I have seen it. You don't need to do that at all. I will just get on with it quietly and send you your link as soon as possible, but please remember to put your email address there. It's so important. And from now on, I think if people haven't left an email address, I'm just going to send the link via Etsy conversation, because it's just taking up a lot of my time to get to people. So as always, private readings still available. You can book via Etsy. There's the link in the description box below. If you want to become a Patreon and help support this channel by helping me to buy new decks, charms, dice, etc., do head over to my Patreon page. The link is also in the description box. There's lots of cool stuff over there. You can be entered into a giveaway each month to win a reading with me. That's at the end of each month. If you're in the top tier, you get a reading with me every month anyway. There's exclusive videos over there, etc. Also, if you want to donate to the channel but you don't want to become a patron, there is a PayPal link in the description box. But recently, a really lovely client asked me to make an Amazon wish list. And I did think about doing this before, but I didn't want to kind of come across as grabby. Like, I thought people would prefer to donate a little bit of money towards the channel rather than buying a full deck. But maybe you would prefer, if you're thinking of donating, to actually buy me a deck and know that you've bought that one and it's contributing to the channel. So if you'd like to send me a deck, there is an Amazon wish list linked in the description box, and you can look at those. And if you would like to get one for me and send it to the channel, just let me know, and I can give you the address to send it to. So I think that's all of my announcement. Thank you for listening to that. It's just very important that I get the service as streamlined as possible, because I just want to keep doing readings for you. I don't want to have to stop offering that service, but I just need you to help me a little bit along the way. So let's look at the piles that we've got here today, where we've got pile number 1 with these original story cubes, pile number 2 with the mystery story cubes, and pile number 3 with the Looney Tunes story cubes. So take a deep breath. You can pause the video if you need to and feel whichever pile is calling you intuitively, not by whichever box of dice you prefer the look of, just whichever you're feeling intuitively called towards. And then we're going to pick a gnome as well. And the gnomes are going to have your channeled messages and your gnome tarot cards as always. So we've got Gismund, Gnome A, and this is going to give you like a layered reading, so it's more personal to you. Gunvald is Gnome B. Geir is Gnome C. And Gjord is Gnome D. There we go. So whichever you're feeling more drawn towards, you can find the links in the comments and in the description box. Also over on my Patreon page, from today onwards, I'm pulling a gnome card and posting it on there with inspiration as to what you can do if you're stuck at home. I did do a video on that, but this is just going to be like daily ideas, stuff that you can do with the gnome cards. So whichever pile and gnome you're feeling drawn towards, go to the description box or comments section and click on that. And I'm going to start with pile number 1 now. Hey group number 1, if you picked the original story cubes, and this is the first part of your reading, so welcome. And we're going to see what's coming up for you in your love life in April 2020. So you've got Page of Fire, 8 of Water, Balance, which is the Temperance card, and the Moon. Okay, so there's Sagittarius energy here. There's also Pisces energy and fire energy. So that's also Sagittarius, but it's also Libra. Sorry, not Libra. Leo and Aries. I'm seeing some excitement coming up for you in April in your love life. There's something exciting, something that really gets you going. It's quite passionate. Might be some kind of creative link with someone. I feel like someone's going to offer you something or say something to you that gets you quite excited, kind of in a childlike way. And then with 8 of Water, this feels like you're pulling away from someone. You're feeling kind of emotionally overwhelmed in a way. Maybe you just don't know where you stand with someone, or a lot of things have gone on that you're not happy with, and you kind of pull back a little bit because you're wanting to protect yourself and your own emotions and your own mental health. It's this feeling of, if not completely walking away, then pulling back and spending that time to do your own healing. I'm feeling a strong energy of healing here. Page of Fire, by the way, can also represent someone who is quite young or possibly quite immature, who is most likely a fire sign, probably very creative and mischievous, playful, kind of childlike energy, someone who's very confident and bubbly. And with the balance card here, this is you coming back into right alignment, finding your center. Whereas the Eight of Water is about feeling overwhelmed. You've got this extreme of emotion. Balance is finding that center point, coming away from extremes. It's compromising with someone, finding your moderation. You might be waiting for something. It's waiting for the right time for something to happen. And just being in that patient, balanced energy. It can represent twin flames or soulmate journeys as well. So maybe this Eight of Water feeling is something that you've learned from a soulmate or karmic situation, and it's very possibly painful for you or difficult for you, but it's necessary to learn some kind of lesson and be able to do deeper healing. And you've got the Moon, which represents everything that's hidden from general life, the things that we don't see or we don't talk about. So it represents the subconscious, your dreams, your worries, fears, anxieties, insecurities, all of these things. And it's like you're becoming very aware of these things. In general, I'm just feeling worry and insecurity here, but you may be having important dreams in April that give you messages about your love life. There may be someone reaching out to you in 5D, kind of subconscious communication, possibly astral projection if that's something that you do. I'm also feeling just very spiritual energy from the Moon. It's a very spiritual card. But I'm feeling water. You know, there's a lot of water imagery on these cards. Water seems to be quite a strong presence here. So let's look at your oracle cards now. So your Faerytale Oracle card is the Poisoned Apple, Jealousy. Okay, so this is what I was saying about insecurities. Someone is making you feel insecure and jealous. Maybe someone broke up with you, or you're with someone but they're kind of behaving inappropriately with someone else, or you broke up with someone and now they're seeing someone else and you feel really insecure about it. Maybe you have a crush on someone and you think someone else is lurking around, or just someone is not treating you well, I'm feeling, or recently has not been treating you well, and that is leading you to feel jealous, insecure. There's someone in your love life or surrounding your love life who is a bit toxic, someone who is not good for you and good for your health, I'm feeling. And your Mermaid Oracle card is Farewell to the Moon, appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. It's interesting because you've got the Moon card here. So there's this emphasis on the Moon, on that hidden self, that hidden nature of the world. And with the Farewell to the Moon card, it to me is also about timing. It's about, you know, cycles of the moon, waiting for things, the stars to align. It's like you're just waiting for something in this month. You're waiting for something to happen. And that's what I'm getting from the Balance card as well. And this is your time now to find your center and to do your healing in relationships, so that when the right time comes for you, you will be so ready and confident and in your own power and able to accept love that's offered to you. So there's a strong emphasis on healing here for you, group number 1. You also got 3 Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. So you've got Grounding, Go Deep, Explore Your Roots. And look, she's sitting next to some water. I'm feeling like you're going to spend a lot of time like in the bath or in the shower contemplating something, or like by a body of water. Also stay hydrated in this month. There's a strong emphasis on water. Oh my god, cleansing waters. Purification activates vibrant life force. Wow. And crossing bridges. There's water here too. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Whoa. Okay, so like I said, this is your time for healing. There's grounding here. You've got to really think about what you want. This is also talking about meditating. It's talking about learning more about you and about yourself. It's this very quiet feeling of just going within. Then cleansing waters is all about purification, it's about healing. It's also about healthy lifestyles. So if you drink more water, if you eat better, you'll start to feel better, is what I'm feeling. And crossing bridges, doing your healing, releasing people or mindsets that are no longer beneficial for you, mending difficult feelings, difficult situations, bad relationships, and reconnecting with people and connecting with yourself and with the divine as well. It's a very strong spiritual aspect here. Your Moonology card is Be Bold and Make the First Move, Cardinal Moon. So yeah, when you've done this healing, I'm feeling towards the end of April, there's going to be some opportunity for you to move forward in a situation, and you're going to have the courage to do that. Your romance angels are attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Interesting that this word attraction is repeated in both cards. Feels like you were attracted to someone and they rejected you. Or you had a relationship and then someone treated you very coldly. I'm feeling this more as current or recent past energy rather than a prediction. I'm feeling like you just were in a situation or are in a situation where you felt attracted towards someone and you felt like it was mutual, and they maybe gave you signals that it was mutual, and then when you came forward and were vulnerable by saying how you felt or by showing how you felt, this person rebuffed you, and it really had a deep effect on you, and that's what you're going to be healing from. And just remember that whatever happened here, it was this person's own issues that made that happen, and it was nothing to do with you as a person. You know, you've got your healing to do. You're going to move on to better things, which is what the Eight of Water is about. Moving on to something more meaningful for you. Walking away from a situation that doesn't have any benefit for you and moving on to better places. You're crossing the bridge to where the grass is greener. So your Antworten der Engel Oracle card today is Informiere dich neu. So inform yourself anew. So there's new information that you need to get in this month. I feel like you may be getting spiritual downloads through meditation, or like I said, through dreams. You're kind of changing your mindset. You're changing the way you look at something. And then you've got quite a few of these little Andělské Klíče cards, these angel keys from Prague that I bought when I was there recently. Let's see what they've got to say. Otevři se jiskření inspirace. So open yourself up to your inner inspiration. So like I was saying, there's something within you that needs to come out. So feeling creative energy here, which is what the Page of Fire is saying. It's a creative month for you. Uč se umění mlčet. Learn to be quiet. Learn to be silent even. There's someone here who's kind of not worthy of you even dignifying them with a message, I feel. Like if someone gets in touch with you, you know that they're bad for you, don't even bother replying because they're just taking up your time and energy. Uvolni se, relax, and look, he's in the bath. There's such this strong energy of water coming in for you in this month. Just relax and take care of you. And we've got Láska léčí všechny rány. Love heals all wounds. And what was I saying about this being your month of healing? Find your love for yourself, and that will heal these wounds. And then you've got Neber se tak vážně, so don't take yourself so seriously. And that is also shown with the Page of Fire. It's this feeling of childlike behavior, mischief, playfulness. So I'm going to pull some charms for you now, group number 1. So if you're wearing headphones, maybe turn down the volume now. And we're asking what is coming up for group number 1 in their love life in April. Okay. So Your initials here are U, O, D, I, and G. So U, O, D, I, and G. Doesn't that spells out Guido, which is I think that's how you pronounce it. This is a Spanish name, Guido. But that could be a first name, surname, or place for you, any of these initials. Or someone may actually be called Guido. That would be amazing if that happened. So let's see what else we've got. We've got listen to your inner wisdom, this elephant charm. You've also got this explosion, which is about something happening very suddenly. You have the octopus, suggesting you've got a lot of things going on at once. You're trying to juggle a lot of things. Oh, this is nice. You have blessings coming your way. You've also got optimistic, which is Sagittarius energy, so that's coming out twice now. And optimistic is about, obviously having that positive worldview, not allowing negative thoughts to take over your mind. And you have the flip-flop, which is all about relaxation, like this card is telling you to relax. It's about putting your feet up. It can also be about holidays. You have angelic protection here and protection from your ancestors. You've also got good luck. And you have the charm for the sea god, the Celtic sea god Manannán mac Lir. So he is coming out for you in this reading to say that he wants to help you in your situation. So if you want to reach out to him in prayer or meditation, please do that if you feel called to. You've also got beginnings and potential here with the acorn. So something new starting for you. You've got the wasp, which is all about, pain, suffering, feeling like you've been stung. Which is, I feel like someone has not treated you well recently and you're healing from that pain. You have intelligent, which is Gemini energy. You've also got another good luck charm with this little ladybird. You have measuring up to expectations with the tape measure. And the kettle, which again is like a water symbol, but it's about something bubbling away beneath the surface and then coming to the forefront, which is kind of what the moon card talks about. The things that we repress come back up and they demand to be dealt with. And that's what the kettle charm is about. You have winter here with this snowman. And you've got the pirate ship. Now this can mean one of two things. Firstly, it can mean travel. And you do have the holiday charm. It also can be a warning about illegal activity, so things not being 100% legal. You've also got a dragonfly here as well as here. It's on this card. You have a big key, so you have a solution to something here. There's a solution to be found in your situation. And you have a dove of peace here. So the dove is all about peace coming to you. And that's really what I see from this picture. It's all about peace. You have the sheath, and this is about someone not being open about something, like someone hiding something or not being honest about their true feelings, their true motivations. You have the anchor, which is stability and security, very much like the grounding card. You've got the passport. So travel is coming up as like a theme here. You may be dealing with a foreigner perhaps, because this is a love reading. Oh, I didn't turn this around. This is the little girl. And this can represent you if you're a feminine. You've also got a lion. So this is Leo energy. And it also talks about pride, being a very proud person. I'm also hearing heart of a lion, so being very brave, courageous. You have the bow here, which is about making things better, improving things. And you have the pumpkin, which is about autumn and Halloween. So you've got winter and autumn shown here. So this may be when something happened that left you feeling very upset or hurt. and you have this little paw print, and this is about following in someone's footsteps or following someone on social media. So maybe if you're following someone who you know is not good for you and their posts are upsetting you, now would be the time to unfollow them. You have this this is a hard word to say, the thistle, and this is the Scottish charm, so there could be a Scottish link here, someone's name, first name, surname, a Scottish place, or a town that has the same name as somewhere in Scotland. Can also indicate someone with red hair. And the thistle also is someone kind of being a bit prickly, a bit hard to get close to, or a bit hard to like sometimes. And you have the word believe. So now let's roll your dice. You've got the original story cubes, and there are 9 dice here, and I'm just going to roll this d10 to see how many dice we're going to roll, because they may not all have a message for you today. So how many of these dice am I rolling for group number 1 today, please? 2. Okay. So I'm going to let 7 just fall naturally back into the box till I'm just holding 2. Okay. So let's see what these dice have to say. So what is coming up for group number 1 in their love life in April? Okay. Ooh, magic. This is lovely. You've got a magic wand with stars. Something is magical is happening, and I also get the feeling of transformation from this. Like waving a magic wand over something and it transforms. So that's very positive. You've got good things coming in. You've got the blessings charm. You've got magic coming into your life, and you also have the dice. So the dice has landed on the dice, and this is about gambling, risk taking. So you're taking some kind of risk in April when it comes to love, or maybe this is saying that you did risk yourself before when you told someone how you felt or made yourself vulnerable to them, and you're analyzing now what brought you to that situation. So I really hope this was helpful for you, group number 1, and now you need to go and pick your gnome. So there are 4 gnomes. You can go back to the start of the video, or if you already know which one you've chosen, then just jump to the timestamp in the description box or in the comments section, and I will see you over there. Hey there everyone who picked group number 2 with the mystery story cubes. How are you doing today? Welcome to the first part of your reading. So we're going to see what's coming up for you in your love life in April. So tarot cards first. You've got 7 of air, King of water, the Empress, and the Magician. Okay. Straight off the bat, I'm feeling this could be a third-party situation for some of you. There's possibly a man involved who is a water sign, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus sign. 7 of air talks about deception, things being done behind your back, or behind someone else's back. It talks about not being completely open or honest about motives or about what you really want. It's this feeling of like lies or deception or theft in some way. And then you have the Empress, this feminine energy who is between these 2 masculine energies. So let's break down what the cards mean individually, because for some of you, this won't be a third-party situation. So you can discount that, but then we'll get into third parties. So King of Water can be a romantic interest for some of you. This is a man who is very open, who's very good at listening when you talk about how you feel. He's always there for you. He's always able to give you good advice, and he's very respected and well liked in his community or in his group of friends. People like him a lot. He may be older than you. He has a very cultured feeling about him, probably knows a lot about art and culture. This can also talk about just opening up your feelings to someone else, letting someone else know how you feel. Then the Empress card is this beautiful card of abundance and creativity. It's about creating something, and also in this deck I see it as being not wanting to let go of someone because she's holding this baby so tightly. It's a beautiful card of creativity and in many ways unconditional love, the kind of love that a mother has for her child. It's a really beautiful card to get. And then the Magician card is about manifestation. It's about being ready to make something. You have everything you need in order to bring this about. You have all the resources you need. You don't need to wait any longer or learn anything else or have anyone else's help. You can just bring it about. So there's some transformative energy for you here, and I do feel like for many of you there is a new opportunity for a relationship in this month, but then some of you there's a third party situation here and you are stuck between someone who is probably a better bet as a relationship with the King of Water but who may not be as exciting, and the Magician who is much more exciting but is maybe more of a confirmed bachelor or is maybe very focused on their studies or on their own success. They may not be as emotionally available as the King of Water, but then the issue with the King of Water is that they may be too emotional. They may be, I wouldn't say they were a needy person, but the downfall of the King of Water is that they can sometimes be a bit emotionally manipulative because they understand emotions so well, they understand how people tick in that way. And if you are the feminine, then you are trapped in between these two energies, unsure of which one to choose. If you're a masculine energy, however, and you are dating someone, a man or a woman, then there is probably someone else in this situation, and you can feel whichever energy is most likely to be you and the other person, and then figure out which one is the third party. I know I will do a video on birth cards. It is on my list. I'm sorry about that for taking so long to do that, but I will get it done. Because for some of you, the Empress will be your birth card or the Magician will be your birth card. That is coming in the near future, don't worry. Okay, so your Faerytale Oracle card is Ambition, the Tinderbox Soldier. So you've got some goals that you want to achieve in your love life in this month, or a certain goal that you want to achieve. You've had something in mind for a while, you're determined to go out and get it, which is the Magician energy. And then you have two Mermaid Oracle cards. You've got Experiments, Manipulation of Nature, Forcing Change, Cruelty in the Pursuit of Knowledge, Arrogance. I really feel the Dementor energy from this card. It really looks like a Dementor. And you've also got Imrama, Wonder Voyage, Crossing Deep Waters, Pilgrimage, Journey of the Soul. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling with this soulmate energy, possible twin flame energy or karmic journey. And with the Experiments card, again, I'm feeling like it's third party situation, someone not treating you well, you going through a difficult time, but you learning from it. Like this card talks about something that needs to happen for your soul to grow, and you're on this journey. But I feel like for many of you, someone is seeing someone else, or you feel guilty for being trapped between two people and not being completely honest with both people. You're worried about expressing yourself to one of them, about telling them that you need to move away from them because there's someone else. It's a tricky situation I'm feeling here. Do comment below and let me know what your situation is, by the way. So Sacred Traveler Oracle card says Desert Passage, trust there's a divine plan. Yeah, this difficult time that you're going through. There are challenges ahead. You can see he's in this kind of desert, almost like a desert canyon, because these look like walls of rock. And he's setting out. He knows it's going to be tough, it's going to be difficult, there's going to be a lot of hurdles. But there's a divine plan here. There is something that you're going to learn from this journey, and you are being guided along the way by angels, by the universe, by God. There's someone at your side, you just can't see them, and they are here watching you about to set out on your journey. That's the perspective that we're looking from. Then the Moonology cards that you have this month are A Personal Issue Reaches Resolution, Full Moon in Cancer. So Cancer energy, which again is like a water sign. And full moon in Pisces, so again, water energy, balance, spirituality, and practicality. So this talks about things coming to a head relationship-wise. If there is a third-party situation that's going to come to a head in this month, you're going to need to make a decision, or someone else is going to make a decision. Things will be resolved. So then you can move on. Like, it may be that you are entering a relationship with someone, it may be that you are walking away from someone, but you will get an answer in this month. You will get that resolution. And balance, spirituality, and practicality talks about not looking at something in the kind of fantasy sense, like looking at it in the way that it truly is, not getting too caught up in the fantasy, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Don't catastrophize, don't look through rose-tinted glasses, just see it as it truly is. And your romance angel card is new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So there could be someone else coming towards you in this month. So you may not be in a third party situation right now when you're watching this, but you may end up in one. This is, a slight warning for those of you watching. Then your Antworten der Engel Oracle cards are Die Situation wird sich verbessern. That's really good. This says the situation will improve. Heute in einem Jahr, so today in a year. I'm feeling like the situation's going to get better once it reaches this resolution. And then a year from now, you're going to look back and think like, oh, I'm so pleased that I got out of that, or I'm so pleased that things turned out the way they did, because otherwise I wouldn't be in this position that I'm in now. So just keep that in mind. And then your Andělské Klíče, your angel keys that I bought in Prague, say, dovol svému vnitřnímu světlu zářit. So allow your inner light to shine. And it's interesting because this girl, she's glowing and she is at the bottom of the ocean in the darkness, but she's rising up towards the top. So allow your inner light to shine. And you've got naslouchej druhým, so listen to others. There may be rumors going around in this month to do with your love life, and you may not want to accept them, but it's saying listen to them because they are most likely true, at least partially. There's no smoke without fire, as they say. So let's look at your charms now, group number 2. So if you are wearing headphones, it might be good to turn down the volume now. So what is coming up for group number 2 in their love life in April 2020? Okay. So your initials are X, Q, oh, an X again. You've got both X's. Okay. So that could be a first name, surname, or place. What I also feel with the X, when that comes out, it's like hitting the X button, like deleting something. Okay, we've got quite a lot of charms down here. So you've got the arrow, which is Sagittarius energy. This is also about determination, wanting to achieve something, and we have got the ambitious card here. There's Cupid, or Eros. Now, he doesn't come out very often, but this suggests love is in the air. And also when a god charm comes out in one of my readings, this means that this god is open to working with you and they want to help you in your situation. So if you feel called to, reach out to Cupid or Eros, however you want to call him, in meditation or in prayer, and ask him to help you, because when he comes out in this reading for you, he's saying that he wants to help you in your situation. You also have the Russian doll, so there could be a Russian connection here. Someone's name or surname, family history, coming from a Russian-speaking country, etc. It's also about hiding your true feelings, because, when you open one of these dolls, there's another one inside, you open them, there's another one. It's like hiding what you really want, and that is there with the 7 of Air card as well. There's a wish being made here. And you've also got the 2019 charm, so things could have started in 2019 for you. Interesting that it's landed on today in a year's time. Like another year from now. There's attraction here. You've got the kettle charm, which is about things bubbling up under the surface and then coming to the boil, coming to the surface. Beauty, this flower. You've got stability and growth with this tree. Someone or something is returning to you. You have a swallow charm. And then interestingly, you've got the tennis rackets, which is about competition. So it feels like there's competition in love in this month, this third party feeling. There's a seahorse, and this is about someone, a love partner who puts in their 50% of the relationship. So an equal partner. There's also the bow, that's about making things better, improving things. You have the helmet, which is about going through a tough time, getting through a difficult period, and that's what this Desert Passage card is all about. You have health here. Angels are protecting your situation. You also have the treasure map, and this means that you are looking for something. You're in search of something. And you have the yoga and meditation charm. This is about thinking things through, also doing mindful things, mindful practices. Have the pumpkin, which is about autumn or Halloween, so that may be important in your situation. You also have the shark, which is about fear. Interesting. Oh my goodness. So this card, if you see it, it has a dolphin and a mermaid on it. And here you've got a dolphin and a mermaid on this charm. It's so crazy. So the dolphins are about a helpful person, so someone who is going to help you through a certain time period, and the mermaid is about seduction and attraction. You also have the baby boy, and that can be about someone behaving in a very childish way. But with the hair, I would say it's possibly a sign or a warning about fertility, because the hair is a fertility symbol. It's also about spring and about being your true self, mad as a March hare. But I'm just giving you a warning because they came out together. It could indicate fertility. So if that's not something that you want, then do be careful. You've got releasing and shedding things with this leaf. You've also got waiting for something. You have the cat that's got the cream, the very content cat, all about contentment, happiness. Another flower for beauty, stability and security. And then twice you've got a symbol here for listening to your inner wisdom. You have the girl, and that's landed on the Empress card. So there is a female energy here, and that could represent you. There's also growth. Putting an end to a crisis situation with this fire extinguisher. And you've got another god charm. So Hermes or Mercury is also asking you to call upon him for help in this situation. So now let's roll your dice. So there's 9 dice here, but I don't want to roll them all in case they don't all have a message for you. So I'm going to roll the D10 to see how many we're rolling. So how many of these dice am I rolling for group number 2 today, please? 3. Okay, so I'll take them all out and I'll let 6 just kind of naturally fall back into the box. Okay, so that's not going to go in, just a moment. Right, so what is coming up for group number 2 in their love life in April, please? Okay, so you've got the spider's web. This is about feeling trapped in a situation, feeling like you can't escape from a certain situation. You've also got this kind of, what is this, detector, like an antennae kind of thing. It's like you're searching for something, again, like this treasure map. It's also making me think of lie detector, like you're thinking someone is lying to you in this situation. Or maybe you're not being entirely truthful and someone is trying to find out what the real deal is. That's what I'm feeling with this card, with this dice. And then there's this image of someone kind of looking very suspiciously at something in the air. It's like there's someone or something there, but they're not visible. So what I get with this dice is suspicion, slight confusion. I also get the feeling that you can't really believe what you're seeing. Yeah, it's like something is not quite visible. It's like something suspicious. So I really hope this was helpful for you and that it resonated with you. Now you need to go and pick your gnome. If you haven't done that already, please do go to the timestamps or the description box to pick whichever gnome you felt most drawn to, and that's where you're going to get your channeled messages and your gnome cards. So I will see you over there. Hey there everyone who picked group number 3 with the Looney Tunes story cubes. Welcome to the first part of your reading. So let's see what's coming up for you in your love life in April. We'll start with your tarot cards. So you've got 10 of Fire, the Chariot, 7 of Fire, and 8 of Fire. So lots of fire energy, lots of passionate energy here. There's also Cancer's energy represented with the Chariot. 10 of Fire talks about anxiety, stress, lots of worry about a certain subject. It says that you've probably got a lot going on. You've maybe got a lot of responsibilities to meet, and that is having an effect on your love life because it's like you don't have time for it. You're stressed about it. It can also indicate that you're trying too hard to please someone, and it's telling you to step back from that if that's the case. The Chariot is about being pulled in 2 different directions. You see here the white horse is going up towards the heavens and the black horse is pulling down towards the ground, and the charioteer has got to keep both of them on the right path. It's like being unsure of which way to go. Maybe there are 2 different people in your life in a love context, and you're unsure which one you're moving towards more. It's trying to find that balance as well and keep moving forward. Then you've got the 7 of Fire, which can talk about arguments. It's also about getting quite defensive and putting up very strong boundaries with someone. So you may end up arguing with someone in this month, or having to set firm boundaries with someone else if someone is not respecting you in a certain way, or overstepping the mark. You need to put your boundaries down and really make it clear where you stand so that there can be no room for misunderstandings in this situation. And then 8 of Fire talks about lots of things happening at once, feeling quite overwhelmed, just feeling really dizzy about a situation, things happening very quickly. It's also about, can be about travel sometimes, but it's about manifestation. So you're manifesting something in this month in your love life is what I'm feeling. So let's look at your oracle cards now. Your Faerytale Oracle card is Magic, Cinderella. Yeah, so this kind of rags to riches feeling. Magic and manifestation, it's like you're bringing something about. There's also, with Cinderella, her love story is that she sees the prince, they speak to each other, they dance with each other, and then she has to leave, and it takes a long time before they see each other again. So it's this kind of brief encounter with someone, or you were just getting to know someone and then you're being parted from them. And it takes a while before you kind of come back together again. That's what I get with Cinderella in a love reading. Your Mermaid Oracle card is Atlantis, rapid development, excellence, success. Very similar to this 8 of Fire card, things happening very quickly, you achieving something, really moving up very quickly. Then your Sacred Traveler Oracle card is answering the call. The time is now. So something is ready for you now. It's your time. This door is open for you allowing you to enter this new world, and the universe is saying, go through the door that we've opened for you. Answer that call. I feel like this is also communicating with people over the phone as well. Like there's an important call coming for you in this month. Your Moonology cards are look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So that's Sagittarius energy now. And luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So we've got both Sagittarius cards. And there's a lot of fire here, so that would also be Aries and Leo. Look at the bigger picture is saying, think about what you want in the long term rather than what you will enjoy in the short term. So if you're choosing between two different people, think about who you could imagine living with, being married to, who you can imagine holding your hand through very difficult or painful times, who would be there for you. And also luck is on your side is saying that things will work out positively. You've got luck is on your side, you've got magic, you've got excellence, success, rapid development. Things are going to go well for you in love now. If you've been having a difficult time for a while in love, I see things changing for the better now. So it's your time. The time is now. Your romance angel card is express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So you may be sharing with someone how you feel about them in this month, or someone may be sharing that with you. There's certainly communication in this month in a loving way. Then your Antworten der Engel Oracle cards are Ja with an exclamation mark. Yes, absolutely yes. And aktiv werden, be active. So this, I'm feeling this is like motivating you to actually be the person who goes out and says what you're feeling towards someone. And it's just saying that things in general are going to go very well for you in this month in love. And then your Andělské Klíče, your angel key card that I picked up in Prague is Najdi svou vnitřní rovnováhu. So find your inner balance. And this is important because it looks like things are happening very quickly for you in this month. It looks like things are really manifesting quickly for you, and like you've got a lot going on. So this is about finding your balance and making sure that you don't get overwhelmed or dizzy in the situation. Stay grounded. So let's do your charms now, group number 3. If you're wearing headphones, probably best to turn down the volume now. So group number 3, what is coming up in your love life in April? Okay, so that rolled away, we're going to bring it back. Right. So your initials, you've got Q, and that's it. Okay, so your only initial is Q in this month. And that makes me think of a question as well, but that can be a first name, surname, or place as well. So what have we got? We've got the musical symbol, so there could be a musical connection to someone. This also makes me think of singing for joy. You've got this paw print, which is about following someone in social media or following in someone's footsteps. And you have a guardian angel charm, guardian angel for health. So your health is being looked after by the angels in this month, which is very positive. And it's also saying with this card, like just make sure that you are also doing your bit so that you don't get stressed out or overwhelmed. Then you have the Easter bunny. So obviously Easter is coming up in April. This just means springtime. It means Easter as a holiday. It also talks about surprises as well, because, you know, a little Easter egg is a surprise. So surprises coming your way, possibly also saying that Easter or around that time, those few days, is important in your love life. That might be the right time for you to tell someone how you feel. You've also got this lobster claw, and for me this is about not wanting to let go of someone or something. You have angel wings here, so very strong angelic protective energy surrounding you. And then you have, this says here, property of David Jones. It's a treasure map. Oh, Easter egg hunt. Like there's a treasure map and there's the Easter bunny. So possible Easter egg hunt in some way. Treasure map also means that you are looking for something and you will find this beautiful treasure. I love that charm. Then you have the star charm, and the star is about hope and faith and being on the right path. about healing as well. Oh wow, you have the happy couple here. Wow. I mean, that's what you want to get in a love reading, right? At the happy couple. You've also got a really good friend here, this frog charm. You have the sheath, and this is about someone not opening up about something, someone hiding something, keeping something hidden, not talking about how they feel or not talking about something. You've got this tiny bit of an explosion, so this is like a slight thing that happens quickly. You've also got the snowman, which is about winter, so maybe something important happened for you in your love life in winter. There's a love heart here, and there's also a love heart in this cross, and you've got another cross here, so this strong feeling of protection and faith. You also have this Celtic knot, which is about protection as well. And you have the mermaid, and the mermaid is about seduction. It's about temptation. You have the helmet, which signifies going through a difficult time. And then you have the hanged man, which is about sacrifice. It's about taking time out to think about something. And that's interesting that this landed on look at the bigger picture. It's asking you to really think through the bigger picture implications of what you're doing. You have listened to your inner wisdom. And this elephant here is about learning from past mistakes and moving forward, clearing obstacles out of your way. You've also got the bird cage, which is about feeling trapped, feeling stuck in a situation. You have this green jade ball, which is about good luck and finances. It's also about good health again. And you have the rose quartz ball, which is about love and relationships. You have going with the flow, going slowly with the turtle. You've got some worry here. This came off one of my worry dolls, so there is some worry. You've got good luck twice here, the dragonfly and the shamrock. The shamrock can also indicate an Irish connection, so someone with an Irish name or surname, someone with Irish family history or who lives in Ireland. You've got the kettle. That's weird because each group has gotten this today. This is about things bubbling up underneath the surface and then coming to the surface. So I think a lot of people will be really expressing themselves, how they truly feel in this month. There's a lot of things that have been suppressed and are now coming out for whatever reason. And there's the lightning strike. This is about something that shocks you or shocks someone, something shocking. And probably also sudden as well. You've got the steering wheel, which is about changing course, like changing something. And also Cancer here, Cancer charm. So Cancer is represented twice here. So now let's do your dice. So you've got Looney Tunes dice today, and there are 9 dice in here. But I don't want to roll them all in case they don't all have a meaning for you today, a message. So I'm going to roll this D10. So how many of these dice am I rolling for group number 3 today, please? Just 1. Okay, just 1. So let's let 8 just naturally fall back into the box. Okay. So what is coming up for group number 3 in their love life in April this month? The pie. Okay. This makes me think of having fingers in pies, like having interests in several different people, or having several different possibilities. So you may be asked out by more than one person, or you may feel like more than one person is into you in this month. There is the indication of you being pulled in 2 different directions, as I've said. Yeah, the pie. Interesting. Sorry that there was only 1 dice for you today, but I don't want to roll more than we need, because if they're not going to have a message for you, then it's kind of pointless to like roll dice that aren't going to mean anything to you. So now you need to go and pick your gnome for your channeled messages and your gnome tarot cards. I really hope this was helpful for you and that it's given you some some clarity, that it resonated with you, do let me know your situation in the comments section, and you can now go and pick your gnome, and I will see you over there. Hey there everyone who chose Gismund as their gnome. Welcome to the second part of your reading. So we're going to open up the gnome bag and see what Gismund has to say about your love life in April. So like I said, channeled messages are here by popular demand. There's very high demand for them, but it's not something that I do very often. It can be quite draining for me to do that, and I don't offer them in private readings for that reason. So let's look at your channel messages first, and then we'll do your tarot of the gnome cards. So your channeled messages for April are let your light shine and love what you do. Okay, they're kind of, they go well together. So let your light shine and love what you do. It's like saying you are here in this month to bring light to other people's lives, and there is something that you do specifically that will bring joy to other people's lives, and as long as you are enjoying what you're doing, you are going to kind of rub off that energy onto other people. So let's look at your gnome cards today and see what Gismund has to say about your love life in April. You've got Karol Bulav Vlast, and this is the King of Wands, and it says power here. So this could be a man who is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And you have Pятерка чаш, opit, so the 5 of cups, and it says experience. And this gnome is kind of making something out of, I don't even know what it's meant to be, but he's making something and he's trying it and testing it, and that is what's, getting him to a deeper understanding, and that's what's going to find him the right formula. So with the King of Wands here, obviously these cards, they're not like normal tarot because they have these words at the bottom which don't always correlate to regular tarot meanings. This is talking about using your power wisely. So if you know that you have power over someone, that someone really likes you or something, use it carefully, use it wisely. Don't be kind of a tyrant with it. It's also saying that you have the power to motivate other people, that other people will see you and follow your example. So that's what I'm feeling with love what you do and let your light shine. Like the King of Wands is someone who is able to get other people to do what he is doing by making them really enthusiastic and excited and motivated. So that's something that I'm seeing as like improving your love life in this month. Having your own interests and your own skills and hobbies. And the 5 of Cups is like trying and testing a few things until you get it right with this experience word. So it's like you've probably been through a few relationships in the past, and each one has taught you something. Even if it was painful to go through it, you've learned a lesson from it, and that is what is going to eventually give you that sweet formula for the perfect relationship. And it's saying that you're learning something in this month that is going to bring that relationship closer to you. So that's what I'm seeing for you here, Gismund's group. I really hope your reading today resonated with you. Please do let me know in the comments below if it did. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you enjoyed it. If you want to book a private reading, as I said earlier, the link to my Etsy page is in the description box, but please remember to leave your email address, your question, the names of the people involved in the question you're asking. If you want to become a patron and support this channel, do head over to my Patreon page. Links for everything are in the description box. I'm doing daily inspiration there with the gnome cards to give you some ideas of what you can do, or just as daily kind of advice, daily oracles. There's loads of cool rewards over there, so if you want to help out the channel, do check it out. You can access the posts for just $1 a month. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, you can do that. If you don't want to become a patron, you can do that via the PayPal link in the description, or my Amazon wish list. If you would like to send me a deck, that would be amazing. So please do get in touch if you would like to send me one of the decks on my wish list. And have an amazing month. Stay safe and take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye. Hey there everyone who chose Gunvald as their gnome. Welcome to the second part of your reading. So let's take a look in the gnome bag and see what Gunvald has to say about what's going to happen in your love life in April. The channeled messages are back due to very high demand. Like I said, it's not something I do very often because it can be very draining for me, and I don't offer them for private readings for that reason. So you've got your channeled messages here and your gnome cards. So we'll look at these first. So your channeled messages for April are, please don't cry. And here I am. Okay, so there's someone in your life in April who wants to comfort you and doesn't want to see you upset or doesn't want you to dim your light because of things that have happened to you recently. There's someone you can talk to who wants to offer you help and support in this month. So then your gnome cards are Rytsar Magnet, Kazna. This is the page, not the page, the Knight of Pentacles. And it says, what is this? It's like treasury, the place where you keep all the money. And he's riding, what is this? It's not a grouse, some kind of game bird. And you also have Dvojka Bulav, Usierdia, so the Two of Wands. Dedication is what I'm going to say here, devotion, Usierdia. Okay, so this could be a man who is in your life in April, who is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or a man who is very kind, very caring. You know that you can rely on him. He will get things done if you ask him to do something. And this card, because it says here treasury, it's about sharing what you have with others. So it's saying like fairly share out what you have with others. So there really is a kind person in your life who wants to be there for you and wants to give you support and care. And then you have this card, the Two of Wands, which is about progress. It's about moving forward. And this word devotion or dedication, it means that if you focus your mind on something, you'll get it done. But if you get distracted, then you won't, essentially. It's a very simple message. So whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in your love life, if you're the person who picked, I can't remember which pile it was, but there was the ambition card, something about achieving a goal, then this is that extra message for you to work hard at that. If you're trying to manifest something, for example. So I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful for you and that it resonated with you. Please let me know in the comments if it did. And yeah, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you want to book a private reading, as I said, the link to my Etsy page is in the description box. But please, please, please remember to leave your email address and your question and the names of everyone involved. If you want to support the channel, do consider checking out my Patreon page. There are daily gnome advice cards on there, daily kind of oracle guidance, inspiration for what to do in that day, as well as a ton of cool rewards. So do check it out over there. There's a load of cool stuff. You can also donate to the channel via PayPal. There's a link in the description box. Or if really feeling generous and you'd like to give me a deck, there's my Amazon wish list in the description box. That would be amazing. If you are feeling really kind and generous, you'd like to send me one of those decks, please do get in touch and let me know. And I hope you have an amazing month and that you take care of yourselves and you just shine brightly and have an amazing, amazing April. And hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye-bye. Hey there everyone who picked Geir as their gnome. Welcome to the second part of your reading. So we're going to look in the gnome bag and see what Geir has to say about your love life in April, what's coming up. And the channeled messages are back by very high demand. Like I said, I don't do them often because I can find them quite draining sometimes to get them, and also I don't offer them in private readings for that reason. You've got quite a few gnome cards today. I only wanted 2, but you've got 4. But we'll look at your channeled messages first. So you've got Never Look Down, and talk to me. Okay. So this is kind of saying to me that there's like someone in your life wants you to open communication with them, wants you to talk to them about how you're feeling, and they don't want you to spend your time looking at the floor. They want you to be looking up and shining and letting the world see how amazing you are. Kind of feel like this person thinks you've been in a very low state, that you've been very, I don't want to say depressed, but just very down recently, and this person wants to kind of lift you up and remind you what a beautiful, wonderful person you are. Because you are, by the way. That is 100% true, and even more so because you've chosen lovely Geir, and that's what he wants to tell you. So let's look at your Tarot of the Gnome cards. You've got Trojka Čaš, Postojanstvo, this naked gnome. You've got Luna. Okay, if you were the person who picked, I think it was pile number 1 that had all of those moon references, the moon card is coming out for you again. Tuż mieczей, Sila, so the Ace of Swords, strength. And umiernost, so this is temperance. So also I think in the pile that had the moon card, there was also the temperance card, so that's really weird. Okay, so this is just one of my favorite pictures. He's making a kind of a wine or jam possibly, and he's stomping on these berries, and to do that you have to be naked so that you're not you've not got your dirty clothes on, and you're not getting the juice all over your clothes. And this says postojanstvo, which is constancy, continuity. That's what that word means. And it says that you need to keep working hard in order to achieve something. You need to keep going at something. If there's a certain goal that you have, you need to keep moving forward. With that, keep putting the work in. 3 of Cups could also indicate a love triangle. So if you were in the group that got the very strong energy about third party, this is another mention about that. And then the moon card, this moon card in particular, is all about feelings. And the moon card is about things that are hidden, things that we keep unsaid. We don't tell people how we're really feeling. We don't tell people about our insecurities, about our dreams, our worries, etc. And the moon card says that these are coming out now. We are expressing how we feel. And what this picture is showing is these 2 beetles who are being reunited under the light of the moon. And it kind of reminds me of something I read, which I think was from the Second World War, where people who were in love with each other, people who really cared about each other, but they were separated by the war, they were in different countries, other side of the world, etc. They would agree to look at the moon at the same time, and they would both be looking at the same thing wherever they were, and knowing that the person that they cared about was looking at it as well. That's the feeling that I'm getting from this card. And then you've got the Ace of Swords, which says strength here, and it says you always have strength even if you feel like you don't. You are stronger than you realize. And the Ace of Air is about new ideas, new ways of thinking, new inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation, and possibly having a difficult start to something, because it's going to be hard to pull this sword, this rusty old sword, out of this tree trunk, but then just getting on with things. So that's the Ace of Swords. And then you have the beautiful Temperance card. So you've got Pisces and Sagittarius energy here, by the way. And the Temperance card is about finding your balance. It's about finding that lovely middle ground where you're completely away from extremes. It can also mention twin flames or soulmate connections. And with the Gnome tarot cards, there's a story being told, particularly in the major arcana. And the story is that of the fool gnome whose name is Sicken. And what happens at this point in the story is this is the ghost, the spirit of his mother, and she is helping him on his way. And so the meaning of this card is care. So there's a strong feeling of loving, caring feelings for you in April. There's someone who really cares about you, and it feels pretty mutual, to be honest, with this feeling. And it may be that you discover the truth of that in this month. So that's what I'm getting from these cards. I really hope that this was helpful for you. I hope it resonated with you. Please do let me know in the comments below if it did. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you want to book a private reading, like I said, the link to my Etsy page is in the description box. But please, please, please remember to leave your email address and your question and the names of everyone involved in your question. If you want to help out the channel and help me to get new decks, new dice, etc., then do consider heading over to my Patreon page. There's daily gnome cards on there at the moment to give you inspiration and kind of daily advice. There's loads of cool rewards over there, so do consider checking that out if you're a fan of the channel. You can also support the channel without being a patron by sending a small donation to my PayPal link. Thank you so much to everyone who's done that so far. And if you're feeling really generous and you'd like to actually send me a deck, there is an Amazon wish list in the description box, and that would be amazing if you were feeling really kind and generous and you want to actually get me a deck for the channel. So do get in touch if you do want to do that, and have an amazing, wonderful month. Geir's group, really hope April is amazing for you, and stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Hey there everyone who picked Gjord as their gnome. Welcome to the second part of your reading. So we're going to take a look in the gnome bag and see what Gjord has to say about what's coming up in your love life in April. And the channeled messages are back by very high demand, as I said, but I don't do them very often because I find they can be quite draining for me to get those messages for you, and for that reason I don't offer them in private readings. But you've got 2 channeled messages here today, and you've got 3 gnome cards. So let's look at these first. So you've got lose your fear. Now is our time. Okay, so there's something you've been afraid of. There's something that you've maybe been putting off because of fear or worry. But someone is saying to you, now is our time. So now is the right time for something with another person in your love life. So that's very exciting. So let's look at your Tarot of the Gnome cards. Let's see what Gjord wants to tell you. You've got Четверка булав, хорошая судьба. This says 6 of Wands, good fortune. I don't really know how this is good fortune, but you know, I guess she's trying to do that, isn't she? She's trying to hit this like a piñata. Семерка монет, сокровища. So the 7 of Pentacles, and it says treasure. And then you have четверка монет, суета. The 4 of Pentacles, and it says vanity. And there's like a magpie here with all of these little things he's collected. So what I'm seeing here, 6 of Wands says that good news is on its way. So that's very positive. It says good fortune. This is going to be a good month for you in your love life. So that is really good. However, this particular card says don't leave anything to chance. So make sure that you've planned well and that you are, you know, working towards your goals every day in your love life. Don't leave things to chance. Then the 7 of Pentacles is about waiting for something. It's about waiting to get results from something. And this particular card, because it says treasure, this woman, she has a lot of money, like sacks of gold in this chest, but she's biting on this coin to make sure it's real. And it's like someone is not valuing another person or the love that they have. Someone is not valuing what they already have. They're just kind of focused on getting more or looking for something more meaningful. They're not seeing the deep meaning of what they already have. And then this card, it's an interesting card because the Four of Pentacles is normally about being very shut down. You don't want to open yourself up to people. Like the magpie is sitting in his little nest here and he looks kind of annoyed and surprised that we've disturbed him. He is kind of hoarding everything in his little nest, and that's the feeling of not wanting to let go of things that you have. But this word vanity makes me feel like someone is being quite arrogant in a situation in your love life. Someone is having a really inflated sense of their worth. And what this card also says is that happiness is like a sudden impulse in the moment. So it's like you're not looking at the bigger picture with these two cards. What I'm feeling is that you're not looking for what will give you this long-term happiness. You're just kind of wanting to enjoy things in the moment, which is perfectly fine. But if you're not making provision for your long-term happiness, then that is not going to be very enjoyable for you over a long-term period. You need to think about what you really want deep down. So I really hope this was helpful for you, Gjord's group. I hope that it resonated with you, that it gave you some clarity. Please do let me know in the comments below if it did. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you want to book a private reading with me, like I said, the link to my Etsy page is in the description box. But please, please, please remember to leave your email address and your question and the names of everyone involved in your question. If you would like to help out the channel, helping me to buy new decks, dice, etc., do consider checking out my Patreon page. I am posting daily Gnome tarot cards on there to give you daily advice, inspiration for things to do, etc. There's also a ton of cool rewards on there. It's really worth checking it out if you're a fan of the channel. If you don't want to become a patron, you can also support the channel by leaving a small donation via PayPal, like a tip for this reading. Or if you're feeling very generous and you'd like to actually send me a new deck to use on the channel, then do consider looking at my Amazon wish list. That would be really amazing if you were feeling that kind. So please do get in touch with me if you want to send a new deck for the channel. And have an amazing, wonderful month in April, and stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.